Three of spades, Lexer with the set of threes, but 19 Boris has picked up the flush draw, needs a spade on the river. That is not a spade. The four of diamonds, Lexer 1986 fills up and eliminates 19 Boris 73 in fourth place. $72,864 goes to the Swede. Three players remain. A raise from Bostero. Lexer 1986 with his new favorite hand. He's going to 3-bet with the threes. These players are deep enough that I might just be calling with threes out of the big blind. So I think Bostero can actually call with Queen-Jack here. No, Bostero's going to give it up. So Lexer 1986 takes those chips and is now our chip leader with over 29.4 million chips.
Growing up on the circuit, everyone wanted to offer me advice. When to bet, when to fold, when to raise, what to wear, what to eat. But there was one piece of advice that took me to a new level.
Daniel, don't do anything stupid.
At PokerStars.com, there's a tournament starting every second. Develop your game at the world's largest poker site.
If you're waiting for the password for the online Poker Show free roll, there it is. And it's your 2010 World Series of Poker main event champion. Well, at least his last name. Three players remain at hand 79. This is what it looked like. Lexer 1986 was our chip leader, but just by a couple of 100,000 chips. But he is going to extend that lead. Bostero in second place. Nice hand Polka has a lot of work to do if he wants to get back in this one. He's got 11 big blinds. Might shove here with 5-4 spades. I like it. He's going to get called. But let's not be results-oriented. I like the shove with 5-4 spades. Bostero does make the call. Pot is 13.7 million chips. And you can see, even though you get called by a hand like Ace-9, you still have 42% equity. It's one of the reasons why I like the shove. Well, he's outflopped him. He hit a pair of fours. One spade out there. Has to avoid an ace or a 9 on the river to double up. And he does. Nice hand Polka from Ghana. Doubles up and it now has 13.7 million chips. And one of the reasons, and I say it all the time, I love pushing because you have two ways to win the pot. You can get your opponents to fold, and if they don't fold, you can still get lucky. And with a hand like 5-4 spades, more often than not, you're going to have live cards at least. Lexer raises. Bostero's almost definitely going to call this, and he does. Pot is 3 million chips. And it's an interesting flop. The pre-flop raiser's got nothing. He's going to check now. Bostero with second pair, and he may even check behind. And he does check behind. Lexer 1986 has picked up a flush draw. But you can see that he's way behind. Needs a jack or a heart if it goes to showdown. But possibly Lexer can get him off the hand. Let's see how he plays it. Hand 92. By the way, after that double up by Nice Hand Polka, these three players decided to make a deal. So all three players are secured six-figure payouts. You get a bet and a call. Queen of Spades is another overcard to Bostero's pair of tens. Lexer only has Jack high. Can he bluff one more time, and can he get Bostero to fold his pair of tens? Can he pull the trigger? He's going to bet 4.8 million. And Bostero does give it up. And while you might not put your opponent on an ace, he might have backed into that queen, and a good player would bet a pair of queens on the river. Nice hand Polka. Eights on the button. He's got 20 big blinds. And you imagine a raise is in order, and there is the raise. You might get a 3-bet here from Bostero. Bostero, by the way, down to 12.3 million chips. Bostero's all in. He's almost definitely going to get called, and he does get called. And Bostero, who had 32 million chips maybe 30 hands ago, is all in for his tournament life, and he is all but out. A set of 8s for Nice Hand Polka. And that is it. Our once powerful chip leader, Bostero 10 from Argentina, is eliminated in 3rd place. Takes home $162,000, courtesy of that 3-way chop they made. Heads up, Lexer 1986 with 35 million, Nice Hand Polka with 29 million. Get a raise here from Lexer. A 3-bet from Nice Hand Polka. And Lexer's going to make the call. Queen 4-4. Nothing there for either player. And if you're Nice Hand Polka, if you thought you had the best hand pre-flop, you probably still think you have the best hand. He bets a little bit over half the pot. And Lexer gives it up. And Nice Hand Polka. I'm not sure if we've ever had a player from Ghana at the final table. But I'm fairly certain we've never had a player from Ghana win the Sunday Million. Nice Hand Polka raises on the button. A little bit over 2x with the ace-jack. Lexer 1986 with jack 4. Can't imagine him calling this. No, he's going to 3-bet. And I would imagine it's either a 3-bet or a fold with jack 4. Nice Hand Polka. Is he just going to call this? Or is he going to 4-bet it? We know he's not going to fold. He's going to call. And if a jack comes off, Lexer could be in trouble. Well, it's a jack, but the queen is out there as well, and that may save Lexer. Queen, jack, 6, rainbow. We can see the percentages. And in fact, if Lexer 1986 can somehow represent that queen, maybe he can win this pot. These players are virtually even in chips. Lexer has him covered by just a little bit. Lexer 1986 contemplating his next move. And his next move is a 5.5 million chip bet. And Nice Hand Polka's going nowhere. This pot is now monstrous. Nearly 20 million chips. Another queen. And if you weren't certain before about your ace-jack, you're feeling a little bit better now. Less likely your opponent has a queen now. Lexer checks. Nice Hand Polka probably going to bet this. He might check behind. Nope, he's going to bet 5.5 million again. And Lexer's all in. A Nice Hand Polka can only beat a bluff now. It's as if Lexer 1986 has turned his hand into a bluff, and Nice Hand Polka is not buying it. Lexer drawing dead to a chop. He can only chop this pot, and it's not going to happen. Nice Hand Polka wins the pot and has a nearly insurmountable lead. 65 million to 1 million. Lexer all in. Nice Hand Polka definitely going to call. And he does call. Pot 2.4 million. Lexer's going to have to double up 3 or 4 times just to have a chance. Well, so far so good. He needs to avoid an 8, a 10, or a jack. And there's the 8 of spades. Nice Hand Polka 1 card away from the title. And there it is. Nice Hand Polka wins the hand and wins the title. Lexer 1986 from Kiev, Ukraine, takes home 2nd place and earns himself $152,000, courtesy of the deal they made. And Nice Hand Polka from Ghana wins the title, takes home $141,000. You can see the discrepancy where 3rd place actually earned more money than 1st. That's because of the deal. Well, if you've been waiting for the World Championship of Online Poker, your wait is nearly over. Starting with 3 tournaments on September 4th alone. Satellites are running wild on PokerStars these days. And as always, the highlights will be here on PokerStars.tv. Until next time, I'm David Tuckman. Reach for the stars.